My name is Ayanna Perkins. It was formerly Ayanna McFarland. I graduated in 2011 from Whitehaven High School, and then I went on to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I graduated in 2015 from Howard, and then I came back home and did my master's degree through Union University in Memphis Teacher Residency. I am currently a teacher at Hamilton High School. So my second summer experience, I finally was prepared to go ahead and go away. So I went to Carleton College for a summer writing program. It was a 3-week program for which I received college credit. And the Memphis Prep, now REACH Memphis program really prepared me to go away. They helped me even with the things that I needed to pack when I went away, because I assumed that when I got there it would be like a hotel where they provided everything, but that's just not the way that worked. They also helped me with the cultural aspect of things. I knew before I got there that I was going to be participating in activities and attending classes with people who were very diverse, people who were from even from other countries, and it was a culture shock, but I feel that Memphis Prep, now REACH Memphis, really prepared me for that. Okay, so I have always been a writer. I started writing stories when I was in 1st grade. My stories were almost all fictional, and they usually centered around a female protagonist. So I've always been interested in that, and I was an avid reader. So being an avid reader and an avid writer, I really got into creative writing, and I did write a book. It's called Mama Please, and it really talked about the breakdown of communication between mother and daughter relationships. I tried to write it from the perspective of an average teen that I saw at Whitehaven High School. So teens who may have fallen through the cracks, average C students who don't make a lot of fuss, but they have a lot of things going on at home. And typically between mothers and daughters at a certain age, there's a little bit of tension. And I wanted to write about that tension that I saw when I looked at some of my peers and their relationships with their mothers. In the summer between my 9th and 10th grade year, it sold almost 10,000 copies, and you can now find it on Barnes & Noble, but I did the marketing myself along with my parents, and we got it published over the course of those years. So that was a moment where I knew that I wanted to pursue writing. So while I am not professionally a writer anymore, in the past that was a great interest of mine, and Memphis Prep, now REACH Memphis, really helped me to hone those skills and those talents over the course of those 2 summer programs. Memphis Prep, now REACH Memphis, had a tremendous impact on me over the course of the years that I was involved in the program. Professionally, it really helped me to understand how to deal with different people. At my school, while many people had diverse personalities, the cultures were pretty much the same where I came from. But as soon as I stepped on Rhodes College campus, I felt like I was somewhere else. And when I stepped on Carleton College's campus, I was somewhere else. And I had to learn how to deal with people who had different ethnicities, different cultural backgrounds, who came from different socioeconomic statuses. And that was something that challenged me and stretched me in ways that I just hadn't been stretched before. As far as academics are concerned, I had never been challenged quite the way that I was challenged when, particularly the Rhodes College program, during that program when we had to read a thick book, huge book, over the course of 2 days and be ready to talk about it in class. There was a certain level of independence, but also a certain level of onus that was put on us to be able to study, to be able to interpret, and to creatively talk about and discuss those ideas. And it was a beautiful thing. It wasn't a multiple choice test situation, which was really what I was used to. And as far as creative writing was concerned, when I was at Carleton College, my best writing came from some of the workshops that we did in order to write fiction and nonfiction. So those 2 programs were amazing to me. Carleton College particularly changed my life because it was the longest time I had been away from my parents, and quite honestly, my parents actually came that last day to come and get me, and we went to the Mall of America and we made a trip out of it, a family trip. But it helped me to realize that I could be away. I needed a little bit more experience, but I could be away. Another opportunity that Memphis Prep gave us was now REACH Memphis gave us was to go to Wesleyan College in Connecticut. And I knew as soon as I got off of the plane that Wesleyan wasn't for me, because it was very, very cold. But I recognized that being around a lot of different people from the Memphis Prep program, that we were all going places, and I wanted to stay in touch with those people. And as a result of that trip, I actually stayed in touch with those people, some of whom went to Wesleyan, and I visited them. So that was a connection that I made, and other connections that I made with my friend, one of my friends who went to University of Pennsylvania, and then some of my other friends who also decided to go to the Northeast, and all of them were in the Memphis Prep program, now REACH Memphis. So the Memphis Prep, now REACH Memphis program really, really helped me to develop who I am today, and to have the confidence to go away, but also the responsibility to come back. One of the people who has been integral in that and has stayed in touch with me is Bitsy Castleberg. And really, when I saw the Facebook page that said REACH Memphis Bitsy, that's what made me go ahead and decide to re-engage over the last few years. Bitsy Castleberg is someone who is able to develop relationships with young people and continue those relationships on. So not just Bitsy, but some of the other people who over the years have worked with us in REACH Memphis to develop those relationships outside of just academics was important for me and for some of my colleagues. Transformative would be my word for REACH Memphis. REACH Memphis is an amazing program that continuously stretches students who really don't have as many academic challenges in ways that they would not otherwise be stretched. There is something about going away from your comfort zone and being able to engage with different types of people in an academic setting that is life-changing. I am a coach for REACH Memphis, and I have been a coach for a year and a half now. I have absolutely enjoyed coaching my mentee. I just have one mentee now. I hope to have more and to engage now that there have been some restructuring in the program, but I hope to engage more students over the time that I plan to be a coach in REACH Memphis. Being a coach is a lot of fun because as a teacher, I have to engage my students in a certain way, but as a coach, I can just pick up my phone and text my mentee and make sure that she's okay. And while she has her academics down packed, there's just sometimes that she needs to talk about different things. She may just need some extra help on the ACT. She may need some advice when it comes to her choosing between a job or cheerleading or some other extracurricular activity. And being able to be that for a student who is also a part of this wonderful program has been a lot of fun. I was so excited when she came back from her first year of going away. It was enjoyable to hear about her going out into nature and stretching herself and being able to engage with nature and with her friends in a way that she had absolutely never seen herself doing before. That was really life-changing for her. I saw her change over the course of those weeks. When REACH was recruiting earlier this year, I actually had a flyer, and I still have that flyer up in my room, and I told my 9th graders about the possibilities of being a part of the REACH Memphis program soon. And I was able to tell them about all of my experiences and how those experiences gave me the confidence to go away to Washington, D.C., where I don't have family, and to go away to study abroad in London. So what I would say to a student, if a student asked if this was worth their time, is that REACH Memphis is one of the best decisions that they could make. If they do the program, then they are guaranteed to have some type of life change. So I knew when I left from Whitehaven High School that my valedictorian speech was all about...
Stop.
Okay.
I know that's going to make a...
The motorcycles
are the worst.
Oh,
that's what it was. It was a motorcycle. Not you, it was a motorcycle.
I was like, what?
There's some things that we can't control. Okay, now you can go.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I got it. So When I graduated from Whitehaven High School, in my valedictorian speech, I said that I was going to come back to Memphis, and I meant it. That was a promise that I made for my city. People usually go where the cup is already full. We go to Atlanta, we go to Dallas, we go to Nashville. But a lot of people, a lot of highly educated people tend to not want to come back to the home that made us. And I feel that it is very important for most people to come back and to serve in some way, if it's a monetary way or if it's actually serving. I like boots on the ground service, so even when I was at Howard University, I did the alternative spring break program my freshman year in Atlanta, and I saw how wonderful it was, and I said we need to have one of these in Memphis. So I developed a program for Memphis, and Howard University was so gracious to allow me to do it. The first year I brought down 50 people, the second year I brought down 50 people, and the third year I was able to expand as the director to other cities where people tend to leave and not come back. So that is something that has been very important to me. That's what I tell my students in the classroom. Yes, you may go away, but never forget where you come from, and don't forget to serve where you come from. In addition to me giving back to the community through that, I currently am a member of the Rotary Club of Memphis Central, right around the corner. And it's a wonderful program where we do Gift of Life, where we fly in different children from places all over the world who may not be able to have the medical treatment that they need, but they can get that medical treatment here in Memphis, and we try to take care of them there. We also have the dictionary project and other projects that we do across the city, and that will be expanded over the course of this year. My name is Ayanna Perkins, and I am a 2011 graduate of Whitehaven High School. I am currently an English teacher at Hamilton High School. I am a REACH Memphis alumna, a REACH Memphis coach, and I am REACH Memphis.